Varun, firstly, a huge congratulations to you on participating in Khatron Ke Khiladi. I mean, when it comes to reality shows and stunts, you're definitely no stranger to that because you've done MTV Roadies before. So, in that sense, how much of a familiar territory was it for you? Was it
Uh,
always, did you expect it to be the way it was?
so it wasn't familiar at all because even I went with the perception that, you know what, I've done roadies and I've done stunts over there, I've done tasks over there. How difficult can this be? That was my perception. But when I went over there, when I did my first stunt, I was like, this is a huge show. And it felt like a Hollywood movie every single day because the scale of the stunts was so big. Like there were choppers involved, there were cheetahs, there were like ostriches, there were like lions everywhere. And I was like, no, 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 this is not my familiar territory. This is very new to me. I am like on level zero with it. So I had to literally start from scratch and prepare myself that, you know what, tomorrow might be a bigger thing. Tomorrow might be like you pulling a train or something. So you have to be like mentally prepared. So it was a very difficult show.
Hmm. Right. Now, did you have any phobias or any fears or apprehensions before going into the show? And having done the show or having been a part of it, what do you feel you've overcome in terms of the hurdles and mental sort of fears that you had?
So I had one phobia of snakes. I was petrified of snakes. Phobia that I knew of. I discovered a couple of more when I was on the show, when they were presented to me. And I was, oh, okay, I've never been in this situation. Now I'm scared. But yeah, in that moment, I could conquer my fear. But if you right now tell me that, Varun, go and pick up 8 snakes from there and put it over there, I'll be like, no, boss, can't do it.
Right.
Because the rush in your body is so much when you're doing a stunt. Because obviously you're on camera and like you're in a competition. There's a fear of going back home also. So the
Hmm.
fear has to go away if you're mentally strong. You tell yourself that right now I can't be scared. I can be scared later. So I
Hmm.
was just like playing it like that. That right now for 5 minutes I don't have to be scared. Act like that you're not scared. After
Hmm.
5 minutes you can be petrified. You can be crying, do whatever, but safe.
Hmm.
So I
Right.
played it like.
It's very interesting as well, Varun, because I feel like people who have participated in shows like Roadies or Splitsvilla before, they tend to come on Big Boss. Like that's usually that sort of their homecoming, so to
Yeah,
speak, in terms of their personalities and bringing out
right.
the real side to them. But you chose Khatron Ke Khiladi. So was it
Yeah.
something you consciously decided to go for Khatron Ke Khiladi and not Big Boss, or did it just come your way?
So the reason I did Khatro was because I wanted to tell. So I have a lot of youth following because I was part of MTV, and then eventually I started judging the same show. I want to tell all these kids who follow me for a reason that it's okay to be scared. Like you can be 7 feet tall, you can be being scared of something is very human, is very natural, and it is okay to be scared. You'll not be
Very true.
like a weak person if you're scared, but conquering the fear in that moment is very important. And I want to show everybody that no matter how physically strong I am, I train in a certain way, I can be scared too.
Mhm.
And if I can be scared and if I can overcome my fear, then everybody can. So that was my perception about be coming on Khatro and telling that people that this is possible.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like because of the nature of the reality shows like you've been a part of, like for example, Roadies, do you feel that there comes a certain set image of, of a person because like they're supposed to be this very good looking, this very like kind of lad, so to speak. Do you feel that that kind of is an image that sort of automatically just gets attached to people who participate in such reality shows? And do you think that's the thing that people need to shrug off or feel the need to shrug off at any point?
I feel it's how you are on a show. So if I was a very quiet guy on roadies, so people thought of me as like a very innocent, cute guy, doesn't talk much, very shant. But eventually, like right on Khatro, I can fairly say that I was a funny guy. Because that's me in real. So it's how you portray yourself on a show. It's completely in your hands. I mean, people only see 1 hour of that episode on the television, but you're shooting for like 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
You have to realize that in those 12 hours, you have to be yourself. And if you don't showcase yourself to the people, then your personality will not reflect on the television itself. So I had made my mind that I want to now tell people that I am a funny guy. I'm not Shant anymore. I was very young when I went on Roadies, but now it's a completely different ball game. So I was like talkative, I was interactive, I was being funny, and I just want people to know that side of me now.
Right, right. I mean, when you did go into roadies, I mean, I'm sure, and obviously Khatron Ke Khiladi now as well. I'm sure you obviously must have had some sort of expectation or hope to achieve something in the industry and make a name for yourself and all of that. So, what would
Right.
you say that main intention was for you in terms of making that step? And how successful do you think you've been so far in achieving that?
So roadies happened because I really wanted a bike. My dad wasn't letting me buy a bike, so my plan was to join the army. And I was like, you know what? If I go to the academy, if I have a bike, it'll be damn cool. And
Mm.
so I saw the promo for roadies, and I was 19 years old, and I went for it, and I got selected. And the journey turned out to be beautiful for me. I came back to Delhi, and I got a call from Channel V Asia, and there was a small digital show in Singapore and Bangkok. I shot that for 3 months, and by the time I was there, I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the creative bit. I'm enjoying how people go through it and how it's shot and edited. I used to love the process.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, when I came back to India, MTV called me and they said, "We want you to be a VJ with us. We
Oh.
want you to start hosting things for us." And I was like, "Great!" And because I was so young, I was 20 years old, that I went ahead with it. I was like, you know what? I don't want to join the army anymore. Maybe territorial army 50 years old, but right now I don't want to do it. I want to live this life. I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to learn more about it. I started noticing people. I started learning the fact that it's not as easy as we feel it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like everybody wants to be a Shah Rukh Khan or a Ranbir Kapoor, but we have to realize that everybody's journey is different. And
Absolutely.
we all have a different story. Our destination might be the same, but the route might be different every time. So I realized that being with MTV is because obviously my dad's from the army, and I didn't help from him ever. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to make my own money. I'm going to stay in Bombay. I'm going to learn acting. I'm going to do everything on my own. So I can create my own journey. I don't want to be somebody else, or like I don't want to be XYZ. I want to be Varun Sood, and I'm going to have my own journey. So I'm still on that journey, and I think I'll always be on that journey because no matter how much you get, it's never enough. You just keep asking for more from yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
um, I feel I'm on a good path, and I'm happy.
That's good. That's good because I know you've also done a few acting roles as well. I think what
Yeah.
in Ragini MMS to
Yes. Yes.
to on Alt Balaji as well. So
Right.
I
Right.
think I
Right.
mean as an actor, I mean how has that journey been for you in terms of learning from fresh, from a new, and trying to find your feet basically in acting?
Right. So I never knew I would probably end up being an actor. I never thought of that. I always thought that being a VJ with MTV is like the coolest thing ever. And I'm going to do this all my life. It's too much fun. It's traveling. I'm meeting new people. I'm going to new places, doing new things. And eventually, I got a call for a project, and I was like, you know what? I don't know acting. That was my first response to myself. I was like, you know what? I don't know acting. Why should I do it? Then Ranvijay Singha has been like a elder brother to me in my life, and he told me that in this industry you got to be jack of all trades. You got to know everything. So
Hmm.
acting school, which
Right.
is Adi Shakti in Pondicherry. I learned things over there. I took a course in New York Film Academy. I learned things from there. So I realized that it's not only saying your lines in front of the camera. It's actually there's a science behind acting. There's a craft behind acting, and you have to learn it. And because of the person I am, I'm very intrigued about things. I'm very curious to learn about new things. So I think that trait kind of helped me uh, accept the fact that, you know what, I'm not perfect. I need to start learning things from scratch, and it's okay to be um, people that am I doing this right, am I doing this wrong, and it's okay to fail, because that's when you learn. So that's how I cracked my first audition. And touchwood, I'm doing another web series in the
Oh,
next 2 months. So yeah, things are happening.
oh, that's wonderful to hear. I think
Yeah.
that's wonderful. But I think in terms of Khatron Ke Khiladi, coming back to that, were there anyone that you knew beforehand, in terms of the contestants? Did you know anyone beforehand?
I knew who all are coming. I knew of them, but I didn't know who them. I don't know anybody
Personally.
personally.
Hmm.
I had never met them because I was from a completely different genre. I had never done TV in my life. I was only stuck to MTV throughout. So I knew of everybody, and I knew such big names are coming. So I was really honored that I'm going to be part of such an amazing cast this time.
Right. So who did you get on with particularly well? I think throughout your time in South Africa. I mean, who was that one or two people that you particularly gelled well with?
So me, Vishal, Arjun, Abhinav, Astha, Nikki, and Sana were always chilling together. But if you ask me about that one person, any day Vishal bhai. He
Yeah.
was like, we connected instantly. Like at the airport, we were cracking jokes because our lives in a lot of ways has been similar, because even he's come from a background which is not related to movies at all,
Hmm.
and he had to like struggle his way up and all of that. So we connected on a different level, and touchwood, that bond is still there with them.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I think on a final note as well, Varun, a then and now comparison. I mean, prior to Khatron Ke Khiladi, what were you like? And obviously, having participated in such um show, what do you think has been the biggest change in you as a person, and how do you think that will help you going forward?
I think I've become a better listener. I've become more calm in my life. I don't panic anymore. Uh, because initially, every time I was given a stunt, I was given a task, I had to go in with all my brute force, use my power, use my physical strength to do it. I didn't apply my mind to it. But
Mhm.
Khatro was a show where even if I've applied all my strength and it's not happening, there came a point where I had to use my mind. So I realized that things are a lot easier when you think from here and then apply it to your body. So it made me calm. It made me more practical in life, and yeah, I'm going to take that from the show.
Wow. Well, I think that's very, very valuable lessons. And I think I'm very much looking forward to seeing you on Khatron Ke Khiladi. And I think it's wonderful as well because, it is a very mainstream platform. Colors is a very mainstream channel. It's
Right,
very popular. And so is
right.
Khatron Ke Khiladi. So I don't think there could have been a better way for everyone to know more about Varun Sood other than this show. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Varun. Wishing you all the very best.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.